Hey guys, what's going on? This is Cool Toys, and what I have here on my table today is a bag of action figures. I just pulled them out of a box that was in an attic for probably 20 some years. I haven't looked or played with any of these guys since I was a little kid. So I thought it would be interesting to pull them out of the bag and take a look at them. I know it's a new year, 2025. I've been away for a little while doing a bunch of things. Been kind of busy. So without further ado, I will open this bag and we'll take a look at these guys. Stand by. First up is this guy. I'm going to need your help with identifying what toy line a lot of these guys are from. I know some of them, a majority of them are from the cores, but some of these guys, I think we're just some generic brand. And this guy, I am not sure exactly what brand of action figure he came from, but I do remember playing with him as a kid. Really cool guy. I put like a flamethrower pack on his back. Sorry for the shaky cam. I don't have my tripod with me right now. And in the background, if you're just wondering, this is a vehicle that I painted up. I had tape over here. I have to redo this area. But other than that, this was a white truck, crane truck. And I painted it green and black. And this is a blue truck, like adventure camping type vehicle with a canoe on the top. I'm probably going to paint that as a military vehicle. So that's a future project, just in case you were wondering. So let's take a look at the next action figure. All right, this guy's pretty cool. I imagine him as like Bruce Lee, Asian guy. He has his chest plate that can come off, has his bare chest, his karate pants. And what is pretty neat about this guy, he has this little lever in the back, and it just moves his arm, his right arm, up and down. So if you had a weapon in his hand, or you can pretend he's punching somebody, doing a karate kung fu punch like that. So lots of fun playing with this guy as a kid. I do remember that. So again, please identify in the comments what toy line he came from, please. Thank you. Okay, this guy, I believe he was from Adventure Team in the early 80s, maybe late 70s. I know he had this scuba diver helmet that he had on him, and he was like a deep sea diver. Used to be all white, but the sun or being in an attic, the hot heat in the summertime changed the color of the plastic. But this was pretty cool guy. Remember him when I was a kid, probably like 5 years old, playing with this guy in the bathtub with a scuba tank. And he came with a little squid, I believe, or actually an octopus. That's what it was. So pretty cool guy for Adventure Team. All right, here's another cool action figure. I believe he's from the Coors line. I'm not 100% sure. I think the helmet is removable, and this pistol with the little case can come off his chest. There's just a little plug it plugs into. And I remember he came with some like real rubbery plastic guns, like an M16 and a backpack. His thumb is broken, probably from putting harder weapons in his hands. But another cool action figure, just a generic enemy trooper or a good guy, just whatever you wanted to have him in, whatever military force. So that's this dude. All right, here's some camouflaged green and lighter green fatigue guys in their BTUs. Pretty cool. You can imagine them being maybe South American troops. Good guys or bad guys, whatever you would like. This guy has like sculpted binoculars on his chest, has a peg hole, and a green beret hat. This guy has a sculpted in helmet, grenades, and he has I put a backpack on his back. That's, I believe, his original pack. So looks like there's a canteen and some mortars on the back of them. So pretty cool generic troopers. Okay, so I believe these are also with the Adventure team from the late 70s, early 80s. I remember this guy came with a motorcycle, and I believe this guy was a driver of like a van, or he came with a different set. But I know he definitely came with like an adventure van and a motorcycle and a parachute. Um, Even when I was a kid, I would ask my mom if I could use some paint, I guess nail polish or something like that, and I would put it on their chest, pretending that he was a civilian and he was caught in a crossfire. So, like, even a kid, as like at the age of 5 to 7 years old, I was thinking about action scenes and how to play out certain adventures, that were in my head, or to make them more realistic. Cool action figures. I used to play with these guys a ton. Here's another generic green shirt BTU guy. I'm definitely going to need help identifying what toy line he came with, because I believe I had more than this guy. And see how his hand, his left hand is like an open palm, and he has like his right hand has just a regular trigger. He originally was all green, I guess, from the mold, and they painted his hands tan. And in the back, it like melted pockets, but I remember you could like stick stuff on the back, like you could clip on things on the back, like a canteen or grenades. And he came with a few different weapons from what I remember, but real generic action figure. And I do not know what toy line he came from. So let me know in the comments if you can identify him. All right, just to speed it up a little bit, here's a bunch of my ninjas, or Asian commandos, Japanese, what have you. Really cool. I used to love playing with ninjas. I used to watch a lot of ninja movies in the 80s. So really helped inspire for like stealth missions. I would send the ninjas in and to attack the enemy. And a lot of times, as you can see, they were cat and fire. So um, he got all shot up, used the paint as a kid, probably, like I said, between the ages of like 5 and 7, painted him up. Uh, this guy has some kind of like armored vest. I don't remember if he came with that vest or I added it to him. So I made him like a cybernetic ninja. This guy could be a good guy or a bad guy. I pretty much played with him as a good guy from what I remember. This guy definitely was a bad guy when I used to play with him. And this guy was cool because he had rope sculpted in on his chest, so he can really do those stealth missions where he would throw a rope with a hook at the end and climb up the side of a building or vehicle or anything like that. So it's always awesome to have a bunch of ninjas in your playing field. Here's some more generic guys. They could be from South America or whatever country. These guys are basically like twin brothers, Tomax and Zaymot, but from another country. This guy's pretty cool, just has a regular hat. You can pretend he's like a driver or supply guy. I used to pretend he's from Australia. And here's just another generic trooper. He could be like the leader of these guys. Really cool. Not sure what toy line, if they're from the cores or what. So let me know in the comments. These guys either came in a double pack, or I bought 2 separate packs as a kid. Or maybe one was my brother's and one was mine. Same with the other twins that I had previously. This backpack, I believe, came from the A-Team toy line. Not 100% sure. You let me know in the comments. But these guys are really clean. Doesn't look like I played with them too much. Maybe I just had them in the background, or most likely I used these guys as drivers for whatever vehicles I had. All right, here's a group of guys that I believe were from the Coors toy line. They might have been my brothers or stepbrothers, because I don't remember playing with these guys at all. They were just in this bag. So maybe they got mixed up when I put them away. Doesn't look like guys that I would have been interested in playing with, especially with the weird green color skin. And I didn't like the bright colors. Even in the late 90s when G.I. Joe went into all the neon stuff, I that's when I kind of got out of the game. And this guy's pretty cool. Looks like a Mad Max type of mask and type of uniform. So, you know, these guys are pretty cool, but I don't remember playing with them as a kid. And these are my like outer space guys, action figures. This one, I remember his arm broke and I took like a hot glue gun and I glued his arm together. He had this mask that can lift up like that. So, you know, I used to pretend that these guys would go into outer space. Not sure what toy line he's from. I'm pretty sure this guy is the Coors. I don't remember having him, so he might have been one of my brothers. And I had this guy. I remember playing with him a lot. So these were my outer space or sci-fi futuristic action figures. Pretty cool. Not sure what toy line they're from, but I do remember playing with this guy a lot. All right, there's only one more batch of guys after this, but here's another toy line. I definitely do not remember what it was called that he came from, but I do remember getting him from Toys R Us. He came with this futuristic, I remember it was like real cheap vehicle, silver vehicle, like Space 2000 type of vehicle. Not sure. Let me see if it's going to come in on the camera or not. So you guys let me know. When you identify any of these guys in the comments, just say all silver space guy and, you know, a little bit of what I talked about and say, you know, what it refers to, rather. This guy, also not sure what toy line he came from. Don't even remember where I got him from. Real generic trooper. He's kind of shorter, so I don't believe he's not like a 3.75. He's actually a little bit shorter than that. And I think this is a G.I. Joe. You let me know if this is a G.I. Joe. If it is, what's his name, please? I don't know if he's Coors or G.I. Joe, tell you the truth. I don't remember having him as a kid. All right, and here are my last two guys. These guys I really painted up as a kid. I remember this guy, I put blood all over the side of his head. His arm, I made it look like it was broken. It has a cast on it. It's basically like a Band-Aid I put over his arm. So, you know, he was definitely like catching fire. He was being like on top of vehicles and I pretend I'd shoot him and he would fall off, skydive off of vehicles. Let's see, let's put him up here. And I'll be like, ba-ba-bam. He'd fall down like that. This guy too, all over his chest and leg. These were just cannon fodder. So good guys to just have standing up and you just pretend they had a machine gun spread, just, and they'd be down just like that. So that is the end of this video. Let me stand all these guys up while I do my exit. All right, here they are all lined up on the vehicles and on the ground. Another quick look at everyone that I reviewed. That's the new Adventure Team rig. So y'all comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. This was Cool Toys. Later.